Hey, what's up guys? This is T1W1 again, coming to you to give you guys some tips. So today my video is focused more on your 30 years and over. This is for you. So what am I going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about how to actually be the best you can once you get to the age of 30 and above. So what do you have to do when you get to the age of 30 in terms of fitness and your body goal? First of all, it's always a blessing to get old, but we need to get old and look the best that we can. Do not let old age determine how your body looks. It's a blessing to get old, but make sure that your age do not determine how your body looks. Okay, let me go right into it. When we get to the age of 30, we know our T levels drop, energy drops, more responsibilities, kids, issues that we tend to focus more on than the way we look. Some people prioritize the way they look. Some people have just got too much that it's hard for them to also look after themselves. Priority is always yourself. You have to look good because this is one life. So if this is one life, you have to live that one life in the best body shape that you can ever imagine. You cannot let this body just waste without you being in the best shape that you can ever imagine. So once you get to the age of 30, there's no time. Too much things to do, kids, work, and other stress that we know. Today's world is crazy. So fat loss should not be a detriment to muscle. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you're over 30s and you're trying to lose weight, you should not compromise the amount of muscles you have in your body, because muscle is very, very important. We are going to talk about that in deeper. So also, one other thing you have to do, reduce the time you spend on cardio machines. So if you are 30 years and above and you're trying to lose fat, lost weight, as we say lost weight because they are two different things. Lost weight, lost fat is another topic. So let's say you're trying to lose fat or weight. Let me just say weight. Everybody commonly say weight. If you're trying to lose weight, do not spend too much time on cardio machines. What do I mean? Treadmills, bicycles, rowing if you can row for long, because rowing is hard. Stairmasters, do not spend a lot of time on them, because if you spend too much time on those cardio machines, you will actually be doing more harm than good. Yes, you will lose some fat, and that process of trying to get rid of the fat by doing too much cardio, you will also lose some muscles. And what happens when you lose fat through too much cardio? The fat comes back. Why? Because you haven't got enough muscles in your body to keep metabolizing the amount of food you eat. Muscles is what you need. Muscles are gonna burn fat. So stop spending a lot of time on the cardio machine and do some resistance training. So resistance training will burn fat and build muscles. Weight training, when we say resistance training, we need you train weight, barbell, dumbbell, kettlebells, cable machines, so that will burn more fat and that will build you muscles. And also focus on multi-joint movements, e.g., for example, squats, deadlifts, chest press. Focus on those movements. And in terms of core or six-pack, I prefer having a strong core than a six-pack. You can have a six-pack by starving yourself. But when you have a strong core, you will take that strong core to the grave. And a strong core actually is more beneficial to you than a six-pack. Any skinny person can have a six-pack. But once you have a strong core, trust me, that strong core, you can turn it into a six-pack or an eight-pack if you want. If that is what you want to. First of all, get a strong core, and then from having a strong core, having a six-pack is easy. What next? More muscle in your body will burn. We have already mentioned that more muscle in your body will actually burn more fat. Even if you are not training. For example, if you go to the gym, do resistance training for 45 to 1 hour. You will continue to burn fat even when you go back home and sit on the couch. That process can take up to 48 to 72 hours. It's a continuous process because your muscles are still eating into the fat. They need food to heal. And even if you don't give them food, they start tapping food from your fat reserves. So the process keeps going. That's why somebody like me, I'm not that fat. I've got more muscle in my body. I can eat any amount of food I want to eat, even though I still train hard. I can eat any amount of food I eat, and I don't really get fat, because you will not imagine the amount of calories I consume on some days and weeks and months. But I don't get fat because I've got more muscle in my body, and that muscle tends to metabolize the food and the fat that can be stored in our. So there's no fat storage. Everything is being used for energy. Also, we are focused on the over 30s, the 35-year-old, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. At a certain age, once you get to 30, the ego lifting, where you're trying to lift this is mostly for men, for us. Before we get to 30, it's all about being strong and proving a point to our peers. Getting into the gym, trying to deadlift the most weight you can, trying to squat the most weight you can, trying to bench the most weight you can, because you're trying to prove a point to your friends, or what we call ego lifting. But once you get to the age of 30 and above, what are you trying to impress? Ego lifting is out of the window. So what you're trying to do now is you're trying to maintain a good body composition. You're trying to train in a way that is actually going to help boost your testosterone, because that in itself starts to drop. So that energy you had by the time you got to the age of 30 starts to drop. And when it starts to drop, it's hard for you to try and lift that same amount of weight you were lifting before. There are some rare cases where we have some crazy over 30s who are still lifting some crazy weight. And the thing is, some of them are using stuff. We all know the stuff they are using, but you can never point a finger. But we know some of them are using this stuff. And also, for the over 30s, try and limit the time you spend in the gym. There's no point trying to train for 1 hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours. Why? Because you don't want to catabolize the molecules in your muscles. Because when you do that, it takes time to recover. Sessions should last 45 to 1 hour. Full body workout is advisable. There's no bro splits like chest day, leg day, shoulders. No, that is done. Unless if you are one of the competitors. If you compete, yeah, that's for you. But if you're just trying to train, trying to stay in the best shape you want as you age, full body workout sessions are the go-to. And as I said, keep those sessions 45 to 1 hour tops. And again, I said I would prefer a full body workout 3 to 4 days a week if you can, but if you cannot, 3 days is fine, and even 2 days is also fine, because if you can do, let's say, 2 days full body workout a week, and then while at home you can do some HIIT bodyweight session. If you have kids, you come back from work, you need just 15 minutes to 20 minutes with the kids. You can make it a family thing where with the kids, with the missus, you can do bodyweight. All you need to do is thigh jumps, burpees if you can, press up, lunges, bodyweight squat, sit-ups. There's a lot. Go on YouTube. There's a lot you can do at home with your family, and it's fun. You can put it on the TV instead of watching a series. Go on YouTube, put a bodyweight a session that lasts for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Get the family involved, and you will discover that it's actually fun. And then lastly, when you get to the age of 30, very important, we train to look good, to be healthy, and especially for us men, once we get to that 30 years and over, our T levels start to drop. I think it's 3% to 5% yearly, or for every 10 years, or yeah, let's say year. So we should make sure we build muscles that will actually help reduce the level at which our testosterone drops, because more muscles push your testosterone, and that in itself, you know what it does? Keeps the missus happy. Less whining, less quarrel in the morning. Everybody's happy, everything is good. So let's keep working hard. Let's keep our sessions strict to the objective. Diet plans are good, but you have to eat properly. Your body needs fat because the fat also is needed to boost your testosterone. With that said, I hope this video is a little bit helpful to any of you, and if it is, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share with your friends, and if you can drop me a comment if there's something which I said which you think is debatable. We're all learning. Drop me a question or drop me a note, and I'll pick it up, and next video I'll try to be. Alright guys, good one today. Another day is done, tomorrow is another day. We keep training, we keep motivating, and we keep watching you guys be the best you can. Peace.